Welcome to This is UIC Weekly, bringing you the top stories you need to know from the University of Illinois Chicago each week. It's Friday, September 12th. Here's the latest. 2 UIC faculty members have received Fulbright U.S. Scholar Awards for the 2025-2026 academic year. Craig Foster is a professor of civil, materials, and environmental engineering. He uses computer models to simulate how different materials behave under pressure. This spring, he'll travel to Santiago, Chile, to create models of intermediate-depth earthquakes. Carmen Lilly is an associate professor of mechanical and industrial engineering and an associate dean in the College of Engineering. In her lab, Lilly develops nano and quantum-scale films with engineered properties. This spring, she'll travel to Milan, Italy, to learn 2 new techniques for doing this faster and more precisely. Stay tuned for updates on UIC's Fulbright faculty scholars later this year.
A new study from the University of Illinois Chicago reveals a striking link between neighborhood violence and chronic stress among Black men in Chicago. Researchers found that men living in areas with higher homicide rates had significantly elevated levels of hair cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. These levels were nearly twice as high as those in lower crime neighborhoods. Lead author Sage Kim, professor in the School of Public Health, said chronic stress may help explain higher rates of diseases like lung cancer among Black men, despite lower smoking rates.
Something about place contributes to increased risk of lung cancer.
In Chicago, residents of different neighborhoods often experience unequal social stresses, including exposure to violent crime. Researchers emphasize that addressing chronic stress requires systemic change, including stronger connections between community organizations and healthcare providers.
The University of Illinois Chicago has been awarded an $8.3 million grant renewal from the National Institutes of Health to continue groundbreaking research into alcohol use disorder. Led by Subhash C. Pandey, the team at UIC's Center for Alcohol Research and Epigenetics will explore how long-term alcohol use alters brain cell function through genetic and chemical changes, work that could pave the way for more targeted treatments. Alcohol misuse costs the U.S. nearly $250 billion annually in lost productivity, healthcare costs, and other costs, with binge drinking accounting for the majority of the overall costs. This 5-year grant marks the 11th year of the National Institute of Health support for UIC's alcohol use disorder research, which brings together experts from psychiatry, biophysics, psychology, and biotechnology from UIC and the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. First funded in 2015 by the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, UIC's Center for Alcohol Research and Epigenetics is one of only 4 in the Midwest dedicated to alcohol research. The center trains future neuroscientists and shares insights about the neurobiology of addiction with the Chicagoland community. UIC is Chicago's public research institution with a mission to provide the broadest access to the highest levels of research, educational, and clinical excellence. Visit today.uic.edu for these stories and more.